Yeah, one take, one take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head, NBA One Take for your brain. All right, John Wall officially retired from the NBA. He's had a great career. I possibly be a Hall of Famer. It all depends on the voting. My thing is, he's French. He's French. He had some great years, especially in Washington. He really propelled them. Um, Almost went to that conference finals. Took Boston in 17 to 7 games. Remember that game six? He hit that buzzer beater, jumped on the score, turned and Bradley Beal looked at him. But he was one of the best point guards, one of the best point guards in the league for a long time. He went to the All Star game, I think 5, 6 times. Was a real pest defensively, getting a lot of steals, things like that. Was basically the fastest player in the league with the ball in his hands. Wall would just put so much pressure. He'd get it. He's running all the way from one end of the court to the other. Those Wizard teams, they weren't great, but man, when they got to the playoffs, they did knock out some teams, especially in that first round when they were just mainly underdogs, and especially the notable one is with the Raptors and DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. Now they took care of business with them, but the Wizards, those teams, for the few years they was in the playoffs, was very much underachieving, and that's a big part was John Wall and Bradley Beal as his partner in crime. So he retires. We know about him in Kentucky with Coach Cal and DeMarcus Cousins, and they weren't able to win a championship in college. But he did have a great run of his Wizards career, and even though it did end the way it did, and then he went to Houston. Basically, brought John Wall. He got injured towards the end of his career. He suffered a devastating injury and never really recovered. He had 40 games. Before he played 40 games with the Rockets, but it just never he just never could have he could never just really get back and officially retire. I think this is like 1 year after actually getting paid out from his massive extension that he got. Oh, it's fitting. He retires because he hasn't been in the league for several years, and the next thing is his Hall of Fame. I like what he did on his little podcast. I think he doesn't do that anymore, but probably he should get into a thing. He could talk. He could definitely talk about basketball and things like that. But congrats to John Wall, man. John Wall is one of those guys. One of those guys. He was a very highly touted high school prospect, and definitely was. He had some really really great years. Not the teams wasn't all that good, but had some really great years, especially coming in you know, doing it Dougie and coming in for Gilbert Arenas. And then Gilbert Arenas actually giving him the keys to the team and said, "I'm gonna, it's your squad." And Gilbert said, "I'm gonna slide to the two." And when he first came in, and I think that was a big thing for Gilbert when he didn't have to do that. Gilbert didn't have to do that. Gilbert could have came in and said, "Look, I'm going to try to get back to Agent Zero," which he didn't do, and always respect Gil for that. All right, all right. Some things I was watching. I watched Nobody Two. That was a really good film with the a guy. He's an agent. Family man. His family goes on vacation. If you've seen Nobody One, just a regular guy, but he always gets himself into all types of problems and he's fighting. And it was just a lot of action in this film. I love it. Um, I like the series it goes. Is it like Little John Wick? A little bit, but it's very much comedic moments in this film, and it's really really good. I love Nobody too. I love the dynamic, and then having his wife in there, and his family. It's really good. It's really good. All right. I also saw Eanie Meanie. Now, yeah, it's another film. Um, it's about a young girl. Steve Zong is in. I forgot the girl's name. Um, and she's has a troubled past, and her boyfriend that she's with, he's a real f up, and he gets himself into lots of trouble with Andy Garcia, who's like a mob boss. And the only way they're able to, rectify and things like that is to steal money. And for her, she's being an ex getaway driver, but she's trying to change her life around. So to do that, they have to do a job, and it's a job in Vegas, and it's just a lot of twists and turns. Marshawn Lynch is in there, and it's a lot of little stars and things like that. It was okay. It was okay. It's one of those films like back in the day made the TV films, but it was fine. It was fine. There's some twists. There's always some twists and turns in these kinds of films, but it was okay. It was okay. All right, the last film I saw was Trouble Man. All right, it was not good. Michael Jai White, Method Man, um, Lala, and several others. Uh, it was bad. You know, it was bad. It was really bad. It's like a B rate. It's basically a B rated film. I have no words for it. It was a waste of my time, and it's sad. It's sad that you look at things and I'm not getting screenings and feedbacks, and then you get this, and then it's like, yeah, the shit is trash. So that's basically it. But yeah, this is NBA One Takes Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.